So some people, yeah, I'm not showing my face, but I do, like, my eye updates are on my Instagram. I keep telling this to people. People are like, update, update, update. I do. It's just I update like every 5 days on my Instagram. So go check out my eyes on my Instagram. It's the same as my YouTube channel, The Boss God One. I think people get confused by that. I just want to tell everyone I am RH negative, which is fucking awesome. In kind of. Um, RH negative is known as like alien blood, but and psychic blood, which would make a lot of sense. RH negative people also create lots of electricity from their bodies, lots of frequency, more than normal humans. What I'm going to explain to you what it is, because you won't find on the internet, like on YouTube, many things like they'll say I'm RH negative, but they won't say how. How does it happen? I'm going to explain that to you. RH negative means that there's a little protein that isn't there. There's a protein that, what's a word for it? Latches on to the top of the blood cell, and that's if you don't have it, then you're negative. If you do have it, which 80% of the world does, are sorry, I got a text. Distracted. Okay, yeah. 80% have it, and 20% don't have it of the population. You can literally be an AB or O, positive or negative. What matters is if your blood type has a little protein called the RH factor, or if it doesn't have the RH factor. What you want is to not have the RH factor. The RH factor, since there's only a small percentage of people who have it, are born with birth defects mostly, because RH cannot mix. It can, but there's more likely chance of death or birth defects with RH. Mostly like bipolar, mood disorders or stuff like that, like multi-personality disorder. RH negative isn't a bad thing. It's like the intuitive people, the indigo children, the crystal children, the whatever, star seeds, whatever you want to fucking call them, RH negative. They're just like, I hear from a lot of motivational speakers that anyone can become great. Anyone, and that's true, but certain people are born better than other people. It's just a fact. It's a fact that our mainstream media society has to deal with. They try to distract us, and when I say us, I mean the stupid people who fall for that shit. They try to distract us from thinking, using your own brain. Like, if you have ADHD or ADD or something, there's more than likely that you are RH negative. See, the funny thing is, the elites, the people who run our country, run our president, the elites are RH negative. This little protein that hooks onto any type, blood type, because there's a difference. There's blood type, and there's a little protein called RH factor. I'll say it again. If it isn't there, if you don't have it, you're RH negative. If you do, then you're just another sheeple. The thing is, since there's like, it's either 80 or 85% are positive, which means they do have it, and the people like me who do not have it are usually psychic or very intuitive. They're empaths, and they can easily tell when someone's lying. They can see through fakeness very easily. They're extremely creative. And these people, these 20%, make up the 1% of the elites. And it's very interesting how Asian people, and I mean overseas people, do not have O blood type. That's amazing. And you say, well, I have an Asian friend who has type A. It's like, well, yes, that's because breeding with blood types is just like if you've ever played Pokemon in your life, breeding at the daycare center. You would always get this one, like, thing that would say, this one doesn't match with this one, or this one doesn't like this one, or this one isn't getting along. It's the same with blood types. Certain ones can match, and certain ones cannot, which will... It's strange. Why do we have different blood types? It's just weird. And the pattern is that people who are natives have Rh negative in their ancestry. Native Americans did. So if you have any ancestry of Native American in you, then you're likely to have it. Possibly. And the funny thing is, Native Americans were extremely spiritual. They were extremely connected to the earth and nature. And they were extremely creative and natural. That's the weird thing. You gotta ask questions. You gotta wonder and think. Bye.